It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Hey, today I thought it'd be a great day for a war story, but before I get started, I got to pull up a slide because we are at war. So here's the slide, my friends. It says Battlefield, the waiting game. And so I want everybody to think about this with me. Use your imagination. So we got two armies, and those two armies are getting ready to go to war. Those two armies are getting ready to win, and both armies think they will. But then, right before the battle starts, there's this horrific storm. I mean, this storm is brutal, and there's no sense fighting the battle. And both sides decide, you know what? We're going to just wait it out. We're going to play the waiting game. And one of the armies, you know what they do? Well, they all gather around and they tell each other jokes and they talk about how great things are and they're going to win this war, super overconfident. I can't wait to get out there and show that other side a lesson or two. And they're all excited, but they don't do anything but celebrate a victory that they haven't had yet. And see, the other army, you know what they do? The leaders of that army, they get inside the command tent and they start planning how to modify the battle based on what the storm's going to do to the landscape of the battlefield. You see, the commanders are saying, man, once this storm's over, that creek's going to be super flooded. Once this storm's over, that mountain over there is going to have a massive mudslide. We got to modify our attack plan. We got to modify our strategy. And guess what? You know, the storm finally ends, the sun comes up, the battle begins, and the tanks on the complacent army, the overconfident army, get stuck in the mud. And the other army, well, what do? They win the battle, they win the war. My friends, if you're in business right now, you're at war. Businesses are about a war. You're trying to defeat your competitor. You're trying to defeat another industry from coming and taking away your great relationship by delivering your customer a better experience. You're doing everything you can to fight for that customer. And then all of a sudden, well, guess what? The whole world's thrown into this terrible storm. And we're kind of in this waiting period. And you know, there's a whole lot of industries that have some overconfidence going on. Yeah, when this thing's over, we'll be fine. We'll get right back to somewhat normal, but we'll be all right. And then there's those innovative industries. There's those entrepreneurs out there that are saying, man, we have to modify the way we go to business to defeat that other industry, to defeat that other company. We got to modify our strategy based on the new landscape of the battlefield. This pandemic is an evolutionary event that is going to change the landscape where industries fight for relevance. And some industries are doing nothing. They're playing card games. They're hanging around in complacency. They're having too many Zoom happy hours. And those innovative industries, those entrepreneurial industries, man, they're working their asses off. They're in the command tent. They're planning a new strategy. They're saying, man, when this evolutionary event ends, the competitive landscape of the battlefield is going to change. And we're going to come and surprise a whole lot of our competitors. And those competitors that you're going to get surprised by, you don't even know exist because you're not planning on what that new landscape is going to look like after the storm's over. My friends, take the time. Don't take the time and wait in complacency. Take the time to explore what could be based on what should be, because we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that will be invented. Please don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.